Ciao everyone, welcome back to another slow fashion video. Today I want to talk about tips to maintain your conscious closet or slow fashion values while working with body weight fluctuations or lifestyle changes or dealing with a completely new life stage. I talk a lot about slow fashion and holding onto your clothes for as long as possible on the channel, but I understand that sometimes life can throw you a plot twist, and that's just not always possible. So I wanted to share some tips with you that, of course, they might not all apply to you, so take what you need. And I also encourage you to leave any of your tips around this subject in the comments below. I think you are just the most wonderful community and so generous with your knowledge and tips. And that reminds me to remind you that there are still tickets for my live Shop Your Closet event. This is such a great interactive event, so if you like that engagement with like-minded people who also want to build a conscious closet, I think you will absolutely love this event. It's so much fun. It's virtual on Saturday, April 10th at 1 p.m. EST, and it's essentially a live Shop Your Closet video where I have two wonderful guests and we shop their closets to build a look. It's also a great opportunity to see how different elements of style work with different lifestyles and different body shapes. We send out the looks in advance so that when you buy a ticket, you can also send in your recreated look, only if you want, and it gets shown in the live event. So it's just a neat way to see how so many different women reinterpret different elements of style, and it just helps you see your closet with fresh eyes without having to go shopping. You also get 2 free PDFs, and they're really good this time. I will leave all of the information in the description box below, and of course if you've got questions about it, leave it in the comments. So I hope to see you there. With that being said, let's jump into today's video. Working with a fluctuating or changing body is, I think, the most challenging piece of this, so that's what I'm going to focus on today. One of my first tips for a changing body is to find your new favorites. Like pretty much every video, I think it's so important to start by looking in your own closet for clues. So pick out your favorite items that your body feels good in at this moment. Not what you used to feel good in, not what you think you'll feel awesome in, but all of the garments that make you feel like 100% right now. Go through those garments and really assess what fit you like, what cuts you may now like that you didn't like before, what fabrics, and what silhouettes you really enjoy. This is also a period of discovery where you can kind of relearn what it is you love about your body. Maybe there's something different that you want to highlight now, and these are things that you can keep in mind when you go out shopping next so that you can really tailor what it is you're looking for to your current figure. When you are adding these new criteria to your closet, I think it's also really important to think about them in terms of longevity as well. So think about where you'll be in the next 3 to 5 years. Do you plan on having kids? Are you thinking of a lifestyle change or a career change? So in addition to that fit criteria, I think it's really important to continue to think about your actual life stage. Another tip is to look out for certain design elements in garments. Knitwear is an incredibly forgiving and flexible characteristic because whether it fits a little bit snug or even a little bit loose, it still has the same beautiful visual effect. Fabrics, of course, with a little bit of stretch are great too. Tops that have a smocking or a shearing or any elasticated property throughout the top are great because they can really stretch and be flexible as your weight fluctuates or changes as well. But there are other design details like looking for wrap dresses or tops or dresses that have ties as fasteners instead of things like buttons and zippers that don't give you that adjustability factor. I can't ignore elastic waistbands. I think whether you find some that are just an elastic at the back or on the sides so that you get a little bit more flexibility, but you're not losing that tailoring panel at the front, there are so many wonderful options now. My next tip is to consider storing very specific key pieces. I wouldn't recommend storing your entire wardrobe from a certain period. However, if you are someone whose weight fluctuates a lot, definitely consider storing items that are very tailored. So trousers, blazers, certain types of coats. These are a little bit more difficult to get altered, and if they are classic, it doesn't matter if you come back to them a year or two later. This leads me to my next point, which is altering your clothes. Usually with the help of a tailor or a seamstress. This is a tip that I have mentioned many times because I truly believe in the power of alterations. Getting clothing altered and learning how to dress a new body is not just about size and numbers. It's also about things like fit. Just because your body has changed perhaps to become smaller or to become larger, there is nothing that says you have to wear garments that are tighter or looser. Fit is entirely up to you, and it doesn't matter what size or what body type you are. I think fit, whether it's relaxed or tight or a little bit boyish, this can play so much into your style personality. If you are looking to add a garment to your closet and you're not quite sure about sizing, when in doubt, size up. These days, clothes don't have a lot of seam allowance, which is unfortunate. It means that it's a lot easier to take garments in than it is to let them out. Finally, you won't be shocked to hear this one either. Shop secondhand first, especially if you are in a transition period. Maybe you just had a baby and you're not sure where your body is going to go next, but you still want some current and contemporary pieces. I think secondhand is one of the best options for this because you're giving clothing a new life. You might only wear it for a season or two, which means it'll still be in good enough condition for you to release it back into the world of fashion and keep it out of landfill. There are so many great secondhand options these days. I love ThreadUp, Facebook Marketplace, Vinted, and Sell Trade Plus is a really neat one if you're looking for plus size clothing. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you found these tips helpful. This was a subject that I get asked about a lot, and to be honest, I was a little bit hesitant to post about it because everyone's experience is so wildly different, which is why I hope at least one of these tips may have resonated with you. I had some great resources. My seamstress was one. I also highly recommend following Marielle Elizabeth, who talks a lot about body positivity in the world of slow fashion. So I'll leave her Instagram handle in the description box below. So all that to say, I really hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget about the live virtual event. Honestly, it is such a hoot. I hope to see you there. Tickets are in the description box below. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned something or if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back with another slow fashion video. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao!